Why, hello everyone, it's me, Katsuhan, aka Han, and we are back with the last part of Book 2. We are now going to be going into the, well, let me just recap. So, Book 2 is basically all of the 10 representatives that that have come from Night Raven College to visit Noble Bell College in Fleur City for a festival, a youth promising mages thingamajig, and book two was just basically them unleashed onto the poor citizens of Fleur City, and they have been split up into different groups. We finished Group 8, which was Azul, Apple, and Deuce, and we have just finished in my last video Group Star, Team Star, Group Star, which was Idia, Ruggy, Silver, and Rook, and both of the arcs were less unhinged and chaotic than I thought it would be. They were all pretty chill. Team Star just basically kind of butted heads, but they looked at some souvenirs for their family members, for their friends back at Night Raven College. They are exploring things. We saw those little figurines of Quasimodo and Esmeralda that were really cute, and basically I guess we're just seeing in book 2 how everybody is going through the town and just kind of getting to know Fleur City and Noble Bell College, and yeah, it's very lovely and very cute. I'm very excited to finish this book though. So without further ado, oh yes, again, if you like my video, if you like me doing these kinds of games, doing more games, please like and give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to my channel. It would really help me a lot to make more content like this and make other content and do better and be better. Alright, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into book 2 and getting done with the last group, which is Malleus, Sebek, and Riddle, and Jamil, and I believe they named themselves Group 1, I think. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're gonna get right into chapter 13. Yeah, we're gonna get into chapter 13. But before we do, I just wanted to point out like how huge and beautiful this map is. Like, look at everything. This is so detailed and so well done. I mean, it's wonderful. It's gives similar, not vibe, but similar level of work and detail went into this as I think when we went to the hometown of Jamil and Kalim, they also showed a map, I believe, but this is so beautiful. I just love the detail. I love how they did this just for this event. So great. I hope we get to see Fleur City again in another event. Anyway, chapter 13, group boring. Let's go. I wonder how this group is gonna get along. They have some interesting characters in this group too. Some quite strong-willed and strong-minded characters. Case in point. Group 1, assemble! You don't have to shout at the top of your lungs. We can hear you just fine. We must not keep Malleus waiting. So, group 1 is... Oh, I forgot I was supposed to do a deep voice for him. We haven't seen him in a minute. Alright. So, group 1 is myself, Sebek, Rosehearts, and Viper. I hope we'll have an enjoyable time. So do I, Malleus. I was worried when Sebek started arguing and insisting that he join Malleus's group. But honestly, I'm glad he has a proper guard. Of course, Malleus' safety shall always be my first priority. For my part, I'm interested in broadening my horizons by learning more of the city's history. Just moving some of my stuff forward there. I did some reading prior to our departure, but that's no substitute for experiencing a place firsthand. What of the rest of you? I certainly have no objections. I think that's a wonderful approach. I was also hoping to learn more about the city. Agreed. I'd like to see the sights and get the real Fleur City experience. Ah, so you're all interested in learning more history. I applaud your mindset. Geez Louise, I thought this was group 1, not group boring. I respect their attitude. We could learn a thing or two from them. I think we could learn a thing or two from them from being so excited about this trip. You're interested as well, Han? There are some spots I could recommend. They impressed me greatly when I saw them years back. They're not for tourists though, so you won't find them on your maps. Would you like me to show you around? You don't mind? I'd be happy to have you, Professor. Then I believe we have a place to start. Shall we get going? I'm so sorry for my inability to do a deep voice. This is the voice that I was indeed born with, so I have a limit. So, alright, chapter 13 is done. Now moving on to chapter 14. To chapter 14. 'Tis a simple question. Here we are. Ooh, we're in a new place. This is so cool. We're like in the waterway near the Fleur City river slash Seine, because I'm pretty sure it's based off of kind of the Paris layout and geography. Expecting, but I don't know if, like, why he's like this is a good spot for the children to go to. Professor Trein he has some interesting opinions when in regards to kind of travel spots, I guess. I believe we're under one of the bridges that connects the city to Noble Bell College. Was that Malleus? Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped a bunch. Okay, yes it was. Thank goodness. I thought I was like misreading a bag and giving him a deep voice. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I didn't even notice at first that there was a pathway when we were on the bridge. This is the entrance to an underground waterway. As Flam mentioned, the Bell of Solace is the heart of Fleur City. But it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say these waterways are its nervous system. They developed alongside the city itself. Ah, so these are the waterways that run throughout the city. They're all made of stone, just as I read. They look rather old. Oh yes, it's a complex so vast, not even the locals know its entirety. I've read about them as well. They were built so the whole city could use the water from the Soleil. Yes, though that's not their only function. Here's a question for the class. What other historic purpose did these waterways serve? I can answer that. Shh, don't spoil the fun now. Not everyone did research beforehand, remember? Wasn't that Jamil that was talking? Okay. Oh no, Sebek he's talking to Sebek. I'm dumb, bro. A fine point. Sebek, what do you think the answer is? Huh? You're asking me? I'm in my liege's presence. I absolutely have to get this right. Professor, I request a hint. That's not how that works. How gallant. Very well. This isn't the only entrance. There are many hidden throughout the city. Throughout the city, you say? Sebek, the waterways are right in front of you. Enter them and look around yourself. Yes, sir. It's pleasantly cool in here. There are pathways wide enough for people to walk down on both sides of the river. It's too dark to see much, but I presume the walkways continue for a while. Judging from the wind, there are side passages as well. It's no use. I feel close, but the answer still eludes me. Okay, bored now. How about you give up on this stupid question and move on? It's been mere minutes. Give me a little longer. Here's another hint. What would you do if your liege tried to take a walk through here alone? My liege? Alone? Why, I would insist on accompanying him, of course. Who knows what manner of miscreants could be lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. Oh, he got it. He cooked and he got the full cuisine ready. Aha! I have it. Did people used to hide in these waterways? Thank you, Spec, for getting everything that we already knew several minutes ago. Correct, Sebek. Many tales claim that this place served as a hideout for some residents. Not even I know what sorts of people would stay here. But it's quite cool. It's quiet and cool down here. Perhaps it was actually comfortable. The literature I read said that some residents even referred to this hideous. Wow. The literature I read said that some residents even referred to the hideouts as court. It's fascinating. Well done, Zigvold. That little hint spurred your imagination and led you to the correct answer. Ha ha ha. 'Tis a simple question indeed for a proud guardian of the great Malleus. Whatever. Even I got it. Even now, these waterways mark the lives of people who are often made invisible by Fleur City's outward prosperity. They're a great way to learn about the area's history. I'm very glad that Professor Trein here is kind of shining a light on the transient individuals, individuals that need help in other ways. You know, it's a good thing to kind of let people know that there's seeing the brightness and the wealth of Fleur City or any other city, even in real life, isn't all that that city is made up of. That's just the tip of the iceberg to a whole kind of problematic and, you know, hidden culture. Not necessarily problematic culture, but, you know, some problems that are hidden throughout the society. But anyways, we're not here for deep talks. We're here for seeing handsome boys. They're a great way to learn about the area's history. Yes, and I much prefer the quiet here to noisier sections of town. I could spend a rather long while here. Yes, they're not exactly a tourist attraction. The most foot traffic they get is from the occasional local out for a stroll. I happened upon this place where I vacationed here years ago, and it was just as quiet then. It was a great spot to relax after many hours of tiring sightseeing. So this place was really more of a memorable date spot for you and your wife. My own history is hardly a topic of interest, I assure you. Oh, is he shy to talk about his wife? Oh my gosh. Where do you rest exactly? I'd like to see it more. I'd like to see it myself. I'm interested in hearing more about your travel adventures with your wife. This discussion is over. For what reason? Malleus just asked you a question. You owe him a proper answer. True, it could give us a deeper understanding of this place's history. By all means, tell us more. Guys, you should probably drop it. Yeah, I want to see this rest spot too. Okay, I mean, real me, in real life, because I'm seeing that Professor Trein is like super uncomfortable with it, I would say you should probably drop it. But we are in a game and we are living for drama, and I want to know too. So we're gonna say, yeah, I want to see this rest spot too. I said the discussion was over. Come on, Train. I apologize. I was only engaging some light banter. I had no idea these four would show such interest in the topic. I really didn't expect that of you, Han. My word, youth these days. I just wanted to see the story become more dramatic, okay? And I also want to know more about you and your weef, because I didn't even think you had a weef that you wanted to talk about, so why are you blaming me? any rate, let's go back up top. Apologies for making you listen to an old man reminiscing. An apology is hardly warranted. This was quite a novel experience. You know, I just realized it's been unusually quiet. Is Grim not with us? Now that you mentioned it, he isn't. Where'd he go? He'd better not be causing any trouble. Look, there he is, on the other side of the bridge. He's standing stock still in front of some building. When did he sneak off? They're just having trouble controlling Grim. The usual, you know? Alright, we finished chapter... what was it? 15? Huh? Wait, where did... Huh? Oh. Okay. Chapter 15 is on a different page. Okay, we're gonna go to chapter 15 soon. Alright, chapter 15, a traditional hairstyle. So I guess we're back to town, the same place that we were with the other groups. Now see here, Grim, it is unacceptable for you to make trouble for my liege. Stare. What's up, Grim? What are you looking at, Grim? I'm gonna say what's up, because we're homies like that, you know? Red, white, red, white, red, white, red, white. He's not even blinking. What's he muttering? Red, white, 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 red, white. Oh, is he okay? I can't stop watching this spinny thing. It's making me dizzy. Oh. Oh, are you referring to this post right here? Like the barber's pole? Yeah, the barber's pole. That's a barber's pole. They typically indicate a barber shop. I can see staff in white uniforms standing next to old fancy red chairs inside. With all that on top of using a barber's pole in this day and age, it must be a pretty old-fashioned operation. You think so? Barbershops in Briar Valley all look similar to this one. Seeing it rather takes me back. I wonder if my old barber is still faring well. I used to go in twice a month. Twice a month? That's a lot of barber visits. My sister only goes once a month for a trim. A proper guard of Malleus must always be properly groomed. I approve of how immaculate your hair always is, Zigvold. Many of our students could learn from your example. It's the least I could do in service to such a noble figure. How often do you get your hair cut back? Oh, how often do you get your hair cut back home, Jamil? I've been growing my hair out since middle school, so I didn't visit the barber too often. I get the ends evened out once every few months at most. It's more work to take care of my hair, though. If anyone here is stringent about their appearance, it's Riddle. What would you do about your hair in the Queendom of Roses? I would go to the barber's once a month. My mother scheduled my appointments for me. It was always at the same time, with the same person, with the same cut and style. It's important for everything to look neat and trim. That's why I keep my hair short. I cut it myself when I first came to our school. Truly? Do you still do so? Cater didn't want me doing it for some reason, so now I go to a barber in town, just like everyone else. You should probably thank Cater for that. What about you, Malleus? I would summon my personal hairdresser to the castle. Goodness, that's royalty for you. But I grew tired of how much of a production it was each time. Sometimes I'd ask Lilia to cut my hair while he was doing Silver's. Oh no. I mean, have you seen Lilia's own hair? Do you trust him with scissors on your hair? Oof. You know, I like that through this event you get to learn more tidbits about each character and their like lore and backstory. It's very nice and very lovely and exciting to see that. Man, they're really into haircuts. I should totally... The shop's got a poster. What's it say? Elevate your trip by trying a traditional Fleur City hairstyle. Ah, so this shop offers traditional hairstyling for tourists to try. I've seen businesses like that in the Scalding Sands. Ooh, really? Can I try one? It does say anyone is welcome, so it's possible according to the sign at least. What would constitute a traditional Fleur City hairstyle, though? Weren't tall wigs popular in the Shaftlands years ago? Yes, they were fashionable among the aristocracy, along with the faux moles on your face, so they go in very 18th century Marie Antoinette style. I believe the townspeople admired the styles and all donned similar wigs on festival days. I don't think fashion was unique to Fleur City. It was popular in many countries. Oh, I don't think that fashion was unique to Fleur City. It was popular in many countries. Okay, Grim, I talked to the staff. They told me this hairstyle was especially popular in Fleur City back in the day. Oh, the little curly cues, wood shavings? In the old days, they would shape these to look like hair and affix them to people's heads. Want to try it? Yeah, right. I ain't dumb. I know nobody would put wood shavings on their head. Ha ha ha! What better decoration could there be for someone who thinks of naught but eating, sleeping, and frolicking? Oh, yeah? You'd look great with them. You look cool just the way you are. You know how I'm living for the drama here. Then you wear 'em. Here, I'll put some all up in your hair. Come now, it's rude to cause such a commotion in public. If you freshmen don't rein yourselves in, it'll be off with your heads. Pardon the segue, but speaking of commotions... Why is he inching so close? For all the people here, no one seems to realize that the Malleus Draconia is with us. I wonder if that's due to his hat camouflaging his horns. Plenty of people are dressed in much flashier ensembles. Maybe they think the horns are part of his costume. It's good that they don't recognize him, though. I was worried we might draw too many crowds and then we'd have trouble walking around. Agreed. After all, we can hardly use wood shavings to conceal his horns. Were you just discussing my horns? No, never. Grimm's pitching a fit. I think that's our cue to move on. We should check on the other groups anyway. What will your group be doing next? I was thinking of walking around and learning a bit more about the local culture. Would that be acceptable to everyone? Absolutely! What eager students you all are. I'm truly proud. I'm sure I don't need to worry about any of you, but do be careful exploring. Yes, Professor. Thank you for joining us. Our time together was most enjoyable. And Han, Grimm, I'll see you both later. We finished. And then I think that this is not done. Rollo still needs to visit us, so yeah. Here we go, Chapter 16. Alright, Chapter 16, quite fearless. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to meet Rollo, if not in this chapter, in the next couple of chapters. So I wonder what he'll think, because we know that he has some weird vibe, tension with Malleus for whatever reason, so... Where to next? According to the map, the shopping district is right up ahead. I don't need to do that. It literally said bah, so... It's a white goat, and a small one at that. A goat in the middle of town? It doesn't have a collar either. Does that mean it's wild? Look again. It has a golden earring. It doesn't appear to be wild. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, you're right. It's friendly too. It's clearly used to being around people. Do not cozy... Oh, let's try that again. Do not cozy up to Malleus, goat. Now you're jealous of a goat? This is so pathetic to watch. I wonder if it ran away from its owner, though a goat is an unusual choice for a pet. That goat is no pet. Oh, it's Rolo. See, we're gonna meet him. It's not wild either, mind you. Oh, hello there, Rolo. Are you making your rounds? Just so. I was slightly concerned about how you all were faring. If the goat isn't a pet, and it isn't wild, then what is it? It's cared for by the whole city. You might call it a community goat. A community goat? They all just like share the goat. I've heard of community cats, but never goats. We consider goats to be bringers of good luck here in Fleur City. We treat them with care. They say if you're kind to one, it'll come running to your aid when you're in trouble. Interesting. That fact wasn't in any of the books I read before coming here. They're considered ordinary animals here, the same as cats and dogs. It hardly merits writing about. If they're highly regarded here, then we must be careful in how we treat them. They're so cute. It seems to have taken a shine to you, Malleus. Look at the way it follows you around. Has it imprinted on Malleus? Oh my god. How unusual. Most animals tend to be afraid of me. You must be quite fearless, little one. Wait a minute. What is it, Jamil? Nothing. You clearly stop yourself from saying something. It makes me wonder what you're hiding. I was just thinking... maybe the goat saw Malleus's horns and thinks he's one of them. I was just thinking that too. Oh my gosh, true. One of them? That's so true, he's Mama Goat. Wretched goat, how dare you? You presume to treat my liege as one of your brethren? Your piddly horns are nothing compared to his. No, don't abuse the goat, okay, Sebek? Now you're leaping and bounding about? Get back here, you shall pay for your insolence. Don't chase it. What part of we treat them with care did you not understand? I apologize for his appalling lack of manners. Look, the goat's hopping just out of Sebek's reach. Is it teasing him? Oh yes, our city goats are rather clever. They also sometimes help local businesses by hauling goods. The smarter they are, the more mischievous they can be. But we love them all the same. It doesn't fear me at all. What an amusing creature. I like it. What? Wretched goat, you must learn your place. Again, you're not in competition with the goat. He is feeling some type of way about this goat here. Alright. Alright, next chapter, chapter 17. Here we go. Right, chapter 17. What would you like? Time certainly flies when you're strolling through the city. I'm curious to see what kind of souvenirs they have here, but we don't have much time before the meetup. Yes, we can't be too late for the rendezvous. Tardiness would be entirely unacceptable. You sound very emphatic about that. Then perhaps... oh. Snobby voice. Then perhaps you should head to the rendezvous point soon. You'll find plenty of souvenirs in the festival square. Is there anything else you'd like to see before you go? Sebek, what would you like to do? Huh? Me, sire? Yes, I'd like to hear your thoughts as the youngest of our group. Why, I wouldn't dream of asking you to indulge any requests of mine. I don't mind. I was discussing this very thing with Rosehearts and Viper while you were chasing the goat. You're a freshman. I'm willing to humor a little self-indulgence on your part. Agreed, so go on, don't be shy. I can tell by the look on your face you have something in mind. Not at all. My interests are the same as all of yours, studying history and... Oh, he's hungry too. Get this man some croissant. That was... Ah, now I see. You're hungry. No, I'm really not. It's alright. You know, I'm interested in trying some of the local foods myself. Yes, it might be nice to experience some of Fleur City's culinary offerings. Flam, are there any good eateries in the area you would recommend? You want my recommendation? Alright then, come with me. Sorry about this, human. That's Rollo Flam to you? The disrespect, Sebek. That was a short chapter. That was cute though. Sebek's all hungry. I don't know. Are we gonna eat some more croissant? Alright, chapter 18. Here we go. Right, chapter 18, Unusually Salty. I wonder how long this chapter goes for. Just because, like, usually I would know seeing the next arc, but we don't, so... Let's see. Fleur City. Unusually Salty. This place is good for simple local fare. Is it a cafe? I noticed there's a lot of outdoor seating. It's actually a fromagerie. A store that specializes in cheese. Oh ho. Yes, I can see an array of different cheeses inside. Oh, I read about this. Fleur City is famous for its cheese. Is this a well-known store, Rollo? One of the better-known ones, yes. Our city has a great many fromageries. Bread and cheese have been staples of our food for a long while, and nowadays we produce many different types of cheeses. This particular establishment also runs a cafe, and their menu is themed around their cheeses. That makes sense. Now that you mention it, I see the people sitting outside all have pieces of bread that are loaded with cheese. Well, now that I've gotten you here, I'll be taking my leave. Sorry for the extra trouble, Flam. You have my gratitude, human. Once again, my name is Rollo. Rollo Flam. Do enjoy your time in Fleur City. He's like, get me out of here. I'll put in our food and drink orders. Malleus, you and everyone else are welcome to have a seat and wait. Is he gonna pay? Alright, I have our snacks. Wow, it smells amazing. A fresh baked baguette sandwich with ham and cheese. So much cheese, in fact, it's spilling out the sides. I'll have one. This is rather nice. I enjoy the richness of the cheese. They said it was goat cheese. There were too many kinds to choose from, so I picked the most popular items on the menu. Again with the goats. They really do love them around here. The cheese is softening from the heat of the baguette. I find that gives it a distinctive, lingering aftertaste. Yes, it has a nice depth of flavor and pairs well with the saltiness of the ham. You know, one would never be able to truly appreciate this without sampling it firsthand, even if they all had the knowledge in the world. If they had... I'm so sorry. Even if they had all the knowledge in the world. Hands-on experiences are most intriguing. I wonder if Lilia had the same sandwich when he visited Fleur City. I should thank him for encouraging me to come on this trip. The sandwich has cheese made from cow's milk as well as grape compote. By all means, try it. Certainly. Just as soon as I have a drink. What's this? The coffee you gave me is rather sweet. It has milk in it as well. Did you perhaps... bitter. Yes, I must have your coffee. I assume you accidentally switched them. My apologies, sir. Oh, you take your coffee with milk and sugar, Sebek. I merely happen to be in the mood for it is all. It's not like I can't stand black coffee or anything. Why are you so defensive? It's nothing to be embarrassed about. People have different tastes, you know. but you get hung up on the strangest things. Not everything has to be a point of pride. Jamil's right. In fact, there was an incident just recently where you dug your heels in over a matter of personal pride during a club meeting, and I would prefer if you refrained from discussing my blunders in Malleus's presence.
Actually, I'd like to hear this, Rosehearts. I'm most curious to know what Sebek is like normally.
You have it all wrong, my liege. I always comport myself in a way that befits my status as your guard.
I'll content myself with knowing that you're bonding with people from outside Briar Valley. It's reassuring.
Oh, Malleus, such kind words. Are you crying? This cheese is unusually salty. Not allergies, it's the cheese that is so salty it's making you cry. I mean, sometimes that happens with me too, Sebek, you know, people are just being so salty to me that my feelings get hurt, and like a tear, you can't help yourself, you know, your tear just dribbles down your face. Those are your tears.
Let's finish up and move on, shall we? We still have much more of the city to enjoy.
A. Oh, we finished it! We finished book 2! Alright, and I got Riddle. So let's open up Riddle. I think he's probably coming into our gift box. Alright, let's see.
Come on, load game.
Right, this is just for you guys. Ah, it won't click, guys. What do I do? Give me a second. Alright, so somehow I wasn't able to click the thing, but I just really wanted to show you guys the riddle that we're getting, and I have to like put all of my resources into him to get the stamps. But here we go. Go, you buffoon. There you go. I mean, he's just a rare card, but I like collecting. Oh my gosh, he's so cute! I love his mask, his like Heart's Lobule inspired mask. That's so cute. I love this. You can rest assured with me attending the social, I shall behave as a model representative for our school. Of course you will. Of course you will, Riddle. I love that. Alright, so we finished book 2. I will be coming back for book 3, and yeah, thank you for watching this video and putting up with my voices so far, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!